Heat rises off the tar as I weave through the midday market. Sweat slick on my brow and the weight of the helmet like a crown. Yet my steps are light, drawn onward by the vendor's laughter and the sweet sting of sliced pineapple pressed into my hand. In these ordinary hours, the city is bright with promise and the steady rumble of my online tribe. Rowdy, unseen, their encouragement threading through the din, lifts me forward. Each moment a quiet vow to endure whatever night may bring. Somewhere between the sprawl of fruit stalls and the noon's golden haze, my doubts dissolve into the sticky sweetness of pineapple juice and the raucous energy of my tribe thrumming in my ears. Each step a small defiance against the heat and the ache. In this ordinary world of marigold garlands and inside jokes, I feel almost unstoppable, buoyed by the pulse of unseen laughter and the soft promise that, together, we can outlast any looming dusk. The ordinary world presses close, all blistering sunlight and the jostle of fruit vendors shouting over each other. But beneath my steady steps is the quiet thrum of 1,000 setbacks endured and survived. A rhythm only I can feel, though chat's wild, unseen cheers are always at my back. As I grip the helmet tighter and let the juice run sticky down my arm, I catch a glimpse of my own reflection in a cracked stall mirror. Determined, battered, but still forging ahead, the day's promise of camaraderie and motion burning bright against the threat of another dusk. The moment the screen flickers and that hard, unyielding F stabs through my headset, I feel the day's resolve buckle. A sharp, electric panic as my reflection in the cracked mirror dissolves into static and sweat. No matter how many times I reroute cables or will the battered camera awake, the city's noise presses in from the other side of the wall, and I wonder if tonight is the night I finally come undone. A sharp spark snaps from the USB, hot, acrid, final, and for a breathless instant, I can almost hear the hush of chat holding vigil, their silent Fs hanging like warning lanterns in the dim air behind my eyes. I clench the dead camera in my palm, pulse hammering against the plastic, and as sweat trickles down my wrist, I taste panic and resolve intermingled. A choice, again, to keep fighting the darkness that keeps trying to swallow the signal and me whole. A raw tremor rattles through the scooter handlebars as another camera winks out, plunging the world into black and silence, broken only by the imagined echo of chat's frantic Fs, pulsing like warning beacons just behind my eyes. I squeeze the dead USB cord, knuckles slick with sweat, teeth clenched against the urge to hurl it into the night, and for a heartbeat, the wall and city seem to press in, daring me to let the journey end here. But even as my nerves fray, I hear the mantra that's carried me this far. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and the memory of chat's relentless belief steadies my hand. Perseverance, not pride, becomes a kind of ritual. Cable, check, reset, hope, repeat. That stubborn rhythm, stitched together by chat's faith and my own refusal to let darkness have the last word, is the only thing that keeps me pressing forward, determined to bring both the stream and myself back to life. The air is thick with the taste of defeat, but I force my boots forward, the soft glow of Ravi Shankar 27's lantern flickering on the wall above like a silent challenge. Someone is watching. Someone still believes. The city's clamor fades as I cross from the safety of the lit stalls into the hush of night, and in that trembling step, my resolve hardens. Not because I am sure, but because I refuse to let uncertainty stop me now. The shadows swallow my hesitation as I push off from the edge of the lantern's reach, boots scraping gritty pavement, breath ragged but determined. The wall behind me now, just another obstacle survived rather than feared. In this breathless dusk, each step deeper into the unknown is not a triumph, but a stubborn refusal to be turned back. And I carry forward the memory of Ravi Shankar 27's steady light, and the silent promise that someone, somewhere, is still watching. The wall fades behind me, swallowed by dusk and the riot of trucks and stray headlights, but it's the hush in my helmet, no chat, no chorus, that makes me realize how far I've come and how much further I have to go. Sweat prickles down my spine, the damp night air wrapping tight as my boots slip a little on broken pavement, the scent of diesel and wet earth rising with every uncertain step. This is the moment the doubts return, urging me to turn back, whispering I've gone far enough, but I clench my fists, draw a shaky breath, and hear my own voice. Not this time. Tonight, I choose forward, whatever waits in the dark, because surrender is a wall I refuse to rebuild. The red glint of truck taillights flickers ahead, marking my path. A pulse in the night I'll carry with me, a reminder that even if I walk alone, resolve can be its own kind of lantern. A sudden spray of sparks arcs from Dr. Henry's worklight, slicing through the hush and drawing me back to the gritty present. His voice, low and sure, tells me, "Bad cables can make a good man quit, but a good man rewires and rides on." The smell of cardamom from Gitaun's chai drifts across the cracked pavement, mingling with the rumble of passing trucks and the silent nod from Lofcon, all of it anchoring me, reminding me in this furnace darkness that perseverance is built from the hands that steady you when your own begin to shake. My hand trembles as I wrestle with the stubborn USB cable, sweat beading as another F blares from the void. Camera dead again, headlights smearing the wall behind me in harsh white arcs. For a breath, I'm alone in the static, frustration grinding at my resolve, until Gitaun's chai, still warm in my palm, anchors me with its cardamom sweetness. Lofton sits across the street, eyes steady, silent but unflinching, while Dr. Henry's voice cuts through the whine of doubt. Bad cables can make a good man quit, but a good man rewires and rides on. Their presence, felt in every nod, every cup, every hard-won laugh and chat, becomes my shield. With the wall at my back and the night pressing in, I push the helmet on and step forward, knowing perseverance isn't solitary. It's built from the hands and voices that catch you when you stall. A sudden tremor shakes the wall behind me, jarring my thoughts. Lofcon's lantern flares as he leans forward, his voice rough but warm. "Night's toughest, right before the chai cools, son. Sit, breathe, you're not the first to outlast the dark." In his shadow, I feel the night's weight shift. Not lighter, but shared, and my exhaustion finds a shape it can bear. I stand beneath the looming wall, breathing in air so thick it feels like syrup, sweat burning my eyes as my own hands shake, doubts surging in time with the pulse of blood in my ears, and the memory of Chat's distant encouragement fighting to surface. The shadows lengthen, pressing closer, and for one suspended moment, I consider surrender, letting the night claim me. Until somewhere deep inside, the stubborn ember of resolve flickers, refusing to be snuffed out by exhaustion or fear. The wall towers ahead, its concrete slick and stained, casting a shadow that carves the night in two. I wipe sweat from my brow, each drop a tally of battles lost to tangled cables, relentless road, and the constant threat of everything failing, live in front of everyone. Above, the humidity thickens, pressing down until my lungs ache. Behind me, a faded lantern sways in the hands of a silent watchman, while distant laughter erupts from a chai stand across the street, mocking my hesitation. For a heartbeat, I imagine just sitting down, letting the night and the effies and the exhaustion claim me, the stream tumbling into static, Chat's voices fading to nothing. But then a headlight blazes past, horns blaring, and Lofcon meets my eyes with a nod, reminding me that if I stop here, it's over. The journey, the tribe, the hard-won belief that I can outlast every breakdown. My fist tightens. Surrender is real, and it's waiting, But so is the next step, if I choose to take it. The slick wall looms indifferent. My trembling shadow cut by the steady lantern glow, loft contends across the street. A silent benediction in the thick, stifling dark. While the memory of Gitaun's cardamom chai anchors me, bitter warmth seeping through the ache. I wipe the sweat from my eyes, breath unsteady, but in that hush between failures, I feel the reluctance to surrender give way, replaced by a small, stubborn pulse of resolve that, just for this moment, outlasts the night. A faint clink from Director Henry's toolkit breaks the silence, sharp and grounding, and I find my breath sinking with the night's pulse as Lofken's lantern glow widens just enough to remind me I am not alone. The ache in my muscles becomes reassurance, proof that I can still move forward. And in that moment, the memory of Chat's "You can do it" is no longer a distant echo, but a small flame lit behind my ribs, steady and defiant against the dark. The city's edge softens beneath the tired hum of my scooter, and I find myself settling into a quiet patch where the wall becomes background. No longer a barrier, just another witness to this journey. Tonight, there is no thunderous triumph, just the warmth of remembered voices and the steady, grateful hope that endurance, shared, imperfect, real, might be enough to carry us all a little further in the dark.